In the 1970s, the vernal pond in Tenhave Woods supported a large number of amphibian species. Trees grew up and filled the pond. Their leaf litter consumed the dissolved oxygen, making it impossible for amphibians to breed. Tenhave Woods lost all of the amphibian species except American toads, which maintained a small population by breeding in a backyard fish pond on Lexington. We cut down the trees, and the very next year, American toads were breeding in the newly named Dragonfly Pond. In the following years, 4 other amphibian species have found Dragonfly Pond and become permanent residents. You're hearing the call of a single spring peeper. The cross pattern on its back gives this species its scientific name, crucifer, cross-bearer. This is how we normally hear them, thousands and thousands calling together in the spring. They're a very small frog, 3/4 to just over an inch long. After the breeding season, they disappear into the forest, and we rarely see them. This is a spring peeper that is turning into an adult. It still has tail to absorb. Western chorus frogs are about the same size as spring peepers, but they have a very different call. We hear them call, but have only seen a single individual of which these photos were taken. Chorus frogs have a black stripe running through their eye, but they do not have the cross pattern on their backs that the spring peepers do. American toads are short, stocky, and have warty skin. They hop rather than the long leaps of frogs. American toad tadpoles are jet black and 1/4 inch long or less. Thousands metamorphosize out of Dragonfly Pond each year, and at that point they are only about the size of your fingernail. But after a few years, they can reach as much as 5 inches. Gray and Cope's tree frogs can be only told apart by the calls of the breeding males or their DNA. The call you're hearing is a gray tree frog. That was the call of the Cope's tree frog, very different from the gray tree frog. Tree frog tadpoles often have a red tail, but not always. Both species can change color from gray to brown and green, as well as shades in between these colors, although I have rarely seen anything but the green coloration. This is a small one that has already metamorphosized its 4 legs, but still has a tremendous amount of tail to absorb. Amphibians we have talked about breed in the pond, but move into the forest the rest of the year. True frogs, like this green frog, tend to live in the water all the time. We have seen green frogs and leopard frogs in Dragonfly Pond, but they seem to be just passing through. They have never taken up permanent residence.